we are 3.
He told the man, say, you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
The man said, you want to give you what?
tea. Hot milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink.
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of real bread.
With egg inside.
With egg inside my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food man give you now, you carry it so they go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
And the man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are
go.
Yeah. Black DG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the whole town now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you can here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you like say when I move from here, I'll free. You like say when I move from here, I'll free. You said one talk again. I wanted to make a whole talk clear to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, looking. Then you want force and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the talk? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office of OSP.
I think he's saying to me that you come to get you say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody you getting very you say asking you too much question. Hey, there's spirit things say make your egg and bread. We bring it. Okay, sorry. That's why I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I'm naming the English.
Okay, sorry. That's just sorry now. Sorry.
See, Ali, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
I can take time
to explain.
I would not know if it's wrong, but one thing that I was not able to accomplish that I wanted to accomplish was after the war, the Liberian people elected me, and in fact, the Liberian people elected me to unite the country. I was not able to get some of the other factional leaders to return to Liberia. I was not able to get 1 or 2 of the political leaders to return. And I think they helped to provoke the situation. I was able to do a whole lot. Strangely, the LPC, these were all warring factions, and all of the other warring factions, I was able to bring them into government. In fact, most of the combatants that fought for the government during the war were the combatants of the warring factions that fought against me. So I accomplished bringing them together. I accomplished making sure that the issue of tribalism went away in Liberia. But I mean, to a great extent, I think most Liberians now, if you went to Liberia and took a poll, they would say Mr. Taylor did his best. Any other regrets? The second regret is that I was never able to get the United States to understand me. I was never able to get them to work with me, which is so essential for Liberia. No president of Liberia, no president can make it successfully unless he is online with Washington. Now, I'm not the type of guy that you can pick up a telephone and command. I don't take that. I didn't take that from Washington. Then, even if I were elected president, I would not take it. I'm not that kind. I'm not a coward. But I do believe that a good working relationship is essential for any president of Liberia or that president.
Sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president. And
what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices. Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries. But there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the special court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up when you slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people last us, the government betray us. So much. I said, the people who are so, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. I said, we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach in thee, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So, my people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up when you slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go.
You know, the folks say, time flies, time waits for no man. And too late to my word.
People who are so, the people lie to us, the government betray us.
We are back tonight again on another edition of the show. Freedom Heart Talk. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora.
The thing we saw, it frustrates us.
Our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight. It's Wednesday in the Republic of Liberia, regardless of which part you find yourself tonight. It is Wednesday in the Republic of Liberia. And trust me, a lot to talk about, very important issues before us to talk about tonight. When we speak about issues, we speak with facts. When we talk facts. When we write facts. So let me welcome all of you to the show tonight. You know, on last night we broke a news about the EPS, the service that is responsible to provide security for the president and all of VIPs. We told you there was a crisis, deep crisis within the EPS. And we made a post and there were people, why did you take your information from and as usual, the normal insults and all of that will come to us. But we didn't care. But guess what? Everything we said has been confirmed again. We told you the EPS boss and his deputy were fighting, right? We told you there was a deepening crisis between the EPS director and his deputy. We narrated a summary report to you last night and told you we're going to talk about it today. And we have now a confirmation letter from the director general of the EPS. We have a letter, the communication from the director of the EPS asking his boss, his deputy, to stand down. He says, stand down. Turn over everything in your possession. Turn it over. We have that communication and we are going to read it word for word tonight on the show. And all of us are going to have a conversation about this. Just the other day, it was the police versus the military. The other time, it was the immigration versus the police. The other time, it was the immigration versus the DEA. The other time, it was the DEA versus the police. An uncoordinated security sector would definitely lead to a complete breakdown of law enforcement or law and order in our country. And this is exactly what we are experiencing with the Joe Barker administration. Should we sit down and don't talk or don't say anything about this happening in our countries? Obviously not. We are under moral and constitutional obligations to speak to all of you on the issues. And so we are here tonight straight up to 10 o'clock. This is Freedom Hard Talk. Welcome to it. This is Freedom FM. This is 87.9. My name is Austin. This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia of Ome Samsayo. Very shortly, we take a word from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. When we come back, we are going to welcome all of you who are joining us. I see a lot of you are joining us tonight on the show. It's good to see all of you. Share the link, share the show, invite others to follow. Tonight we're talking the EPS. We're looking deep down into the EPS. And so just bear with us, stick and stay with us. Don't go away, don't go anywhere. Let's take this short break from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. When we come back, the letter is juicy. Have you all seen the photo of Tamabwaka, the younger son of Joseph Bwaka Sr.? The man is among girls. The man is girlsy. Akaras got married in Paris. They said it was bad. Joria married a Jamaican. They said it was bad. He like Liberia. Tamabwaka, the man it was so European and South American girls. A mixture of European, South Americans, and Asian girls. The man won't get 6. I wish Chris can help me to pull those photos on the screen so those of you watching can see the photos. So you see Tamabwaka, Joe Braga's son, having fun with girls. Let's take a message from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia, and we shall be right back shortly.
Discriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia.
Your hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia.
Your hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe.
Oh man, Sam Sion, thank you very much. Thank you for those words of encouragement against mob violence in our country. So, folks, let's go. Let's welcome some of you who are joining us, and then we talk the issues. Joe Braga having sex all around in Europe and Asia, and we have the EPS folks are here fighting amongst themselves. So the country money sweet. Oh, my people. Tonight, yes, we're going bombastic. So Alaska, James Lamy, Ojugu Davis, Matthew Dole, all of you, welcome to the show tonight. Now, Marcus G-Day is following as well. Mohammed Balo, welcome to the show. Jeremiah Farr, Man Richardson, Claudia Addison is following tonight. From Delaware, Shelton Dape, Shelton Dape is joining the show tonight. Welcome to the show. Shelton City Gigs has joined us from Canada. Mohammed Masakwe, Benu Kamara, all of you, welcome to the show. Eric Batua has joined us. Oliver Chi is following. Dubon Hill is following from North Carolina, from via YouTube. And Kasumu Ibrahim Abdullahi has joined us. Justice Baker, Paul Jasper, Asada Dozen, all of you, welcome to the show. Rosemo, Amara Kamara, Kuda Williams. Kuda talking to this. I was saying, wow, you look so sharp today. Thank you. I mean, today's appearance is extra. That's because I'm in coat suit and wearing nectar. Yeah. I'm aware that nectar looks sweet, juicy, and nice, and sexy on me. And thank you, Kude. Opie O'Neill Johnson, welcome to the show. Asada Miller, William W. Wulu, Lord Jala, Rosemo, all of you, welcome. Musa Sharif, Ibrahim Kumar, Benu Kamara, Kemon Kone, Aliyu Kamara, Paul Jasper, Elijah Brown, welcome all of you. Benu Kamara, Talo Bowie, J. Henry Na, MacArthur Mogu, Juje Wongwe, Yan Masakwe, all of you, welcome to the show. Sanko James, Wile Fano, Samuel Johnson II, all of you, Timothy, LT, Victor Double. What, Victor? Long time, my man. My man, you have to hit me up. It's been a while. Yes. But welcome, Victor from Minnesota. I know you were able to enter out of your guys from Sky FM. Opie O'Neill Johnson, yeah. Welcome, D. Wulefano. Okay, I see the names are repeating. Nelson, Ronda, Emmanuel Bro, welcome. Political evangelist. Good evening, political evangelist Austin Carr. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Emmanuel, who is I see the names are repeating. So yes, Bokari Sharif, Stephen Fowler. Okay. I will check it up, Victor. I will check it up. But you should be having my WhatsApp number, my man. You gotta be free on Facebook. Yeah, you got direct access to me, brother. But I will check it out, Victor. Double. Charles, Wiwi, all of you, Mawata, Bedeti. Thanks to all of you for joining us. So my technician is telling me he's finding it difficult to upload the pictures to the screen. So let me see what I can use my phone and to display it. So now I can forget that the phone screen just a TV. Yeah. So those of you watching, you see the picture. You see Tamabraga. This is those of you watching. This is your president's son. You see the girls. This is your president's son. You see the girls. Let's check them. Let's check the girls. You see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The man want to celebrate that birthday celebration. The man also. The man is celebrating his birthday. This is. Let me zoom it for you. Let me zoom it for you. Let me zoom back. Okay, you see Tama? This is Tama. Tama for the girls. This is Tama. This is Tama Braga for the girls. Let me zoom it. Go. You can see. See the ball? This is Tama Braga for the girls. Tama Braga, the son of Joseph Braga. Do you remember when the Akaras went to get married in Paris? It was an issue for the Unity Party folks, right? I know these are, for me, I consider these things are petty because even out here, I'm not, let's be frank, I'm not going Paris or Rome or Brussels or Madrid for celebrations because the reality is that I can't afford that money. Let's face it. Not that I don't know it or I don't want to do it, but I can afford. I can afford to take money, buy a plane ticket to go from Paris to Brussels to Rome to New York or Miami or the Maldives. You know, just for vacation. These things are necessary. They are stress relieving and all of that. So for me, you said bring it. No, I don't have to bring it closer to the camera. Don't worry. I can zoom in. You'll see the man. I'm sure you guys can see him. I'm sure you guys can see him. This is Tama Braga. This is Tama Braga. You see him? This is the son of the president. He is currently out of the country celebrating his birthday. An ordinary birthday. This man was the son of Joe Braga when he was LPRC boss, LPMC boss, Minister of Agriculture, vice president for 12 years, and now he's president. What are these people looking for? What do they really want? The country is in poverty. The country is amongst the poorest in our country, in the world. I mean, we are number one beggar. Benedict, we say you don't see them. Oh, yeah, I think Benedict just joined. Here's the man. Here is the vice president's son. Can you all see him? This is the son of the vice president. This is the son of the vice president. This is him. We are talking about promoting tourism, marketing our tourism potentials outside to the world. And this is the president's son leaving all of our beaches here, all of our hotels here, and our different tourism sites here, and going to another country to marry me with foreign girls, with girls from Western Europe, Asia, and South America. You see the girls. These are Western Europeans. These are Europeans from Eastern Europe. You see them? Asians, mixed, South Americans. See the my brother here. See the man. You see the man? The king. Hey, the king. Long live the king. Oh, king live forever. See the man. One, two. You see the man here around there. The man here in the other one bra. And you only a pink cup. The man chilling. He got. If you don't know, he has a serious girlfriend in Liberia that he born for. They're living together. Joe Barker got her scholarship and sent her to China for schooling. A Liberia woman. They say Akaras left from here and went for wedding in Paris, and George Weah married a Jamaican, and people living traveling here, living here, and going to Ghanaians and other nationals to marry them and living Liberian girls. So if this man at this age, at this stage, is chilling with Eastern Europeans, girls from Eastern Europe and Western Europe, and girls from Asia, girls from South America, and girls from America. Look, what do you think he's going to marry? The man turn right, he sees South Americans. He turn left, he sees Asians. He looks before him, he sees Eastern European girls. He turns around. What does he see? He sees South American girls. What do you think he's going to marry if he should be getting married? Obviously, this man is saying to all of you Liberian girls, you guys, hey, boy, see the ball? You see the ball? This is one of the pictures. I want here. Yeah? See the other one? See there? The man is in the middle of 4 girls celebrating his birthday, man. Liberia is now rescued. Folks, Liberia is now rescued. Liberia has been rescued. The country is rescued now. All is well. All is okay. The country is rescued. This is the quality of leadership that these guys are providing in our country. Where is Tamabraka working? Where does he work? That's the question you should be asking. Where does Tamabraka work? How much does he earn every month because of the work he's doing? Then you ask whether he is not using the country money to on lavish lifestyle. This is the country money, your country money. This is your country money. They're not different person money. This is your country money. You see? Your country money. The president's not in the middle of girls relaxing. The country is high. Joe Barker is passing around begging these same Asians and Europeans and Americans for money to come here and improve, unquote, improve the country's economic condition. His son is here drinking liquor and having loose sex with foreigners. He's parading on social media with naked women. The president's son. It was wrong yesterday when the French media reported that Cham Weah was having a party and all of that. They criticized it, condemned it. Cham Weah, who started throwing parties before his father even became president. The fact that his father was president, he was throwing party, they made it an issue. They said it was wrong, and they framed the picture to look like it was George Weah taking government's money and sending it Paris to Cham Weah to throw parties. Today it is Joe Barker who is the president of our country. It is all well. It is all good. Like I said, for me, I will say to you, look, yes, to be over extravagant. Sorry, to be overly extravagant, that's not a lifestyle of Liberians or Africans. So that should not be. Extravagance is associated with wealthy people. People who have wealth. People who are rich. Joe Burger is broke. He was just living on loan here. So my brother was sitting up Hot FM there every day in DJ Blue, Hot FM, and drinking $20, $15, how you call it, or Gordon gin and Dior with whiskey. $18, $15 gin and whiskey. That's how you were saving up Hot FM, drinking, chilling there with your friends. Today, ask your friends when was the last time he threw a party or called them to go and chill. The man is going on to Europe and America and South America and Asia to chill. Level don't change. The country is rescued. Level don't change. The country is rescued. Now, Joe Burger, let me show you again before we go to the other issues, because there are other important issues. Director, there's you welcome. Daniel Tong, welcome. JD Williams, Orita Vincent, all of you, welcome to the show. So you see, the other boy having fun, man. the president's son is having fun. So that's it. That's the country. The country is rescued now from poverty and all of that. There's something else I want to run by you that you need to know, and I need to clarify to all of you. Okay. Don't allow UP folks to fool you anymore. It's not working again. So, folks, on yesterday, let's go straight into our discussion, because we want to allow you the opportunity, most of you the opportunity to talk in this EPS thing. For me, there are bigger things that I know that I'm not going to talk tonight for some other reasons. But what I can say to you tonight is that the EPS is in a big mess. It's in a deep crisis. The crisis has now spilled over to the home of the president. And we just received another information. If that is done, trust me, I will tell Joe Burger, congratulations, probably for the first time. If what I'm hearing is true or is going to happen, I will tell him, congratulations. But I will tell you what I'm hearing. So this is the communication. This is the communication. You know, when we posted on Facebook, folks say, oh, you get no information. They were asking a lot of questions. That I would say, hey, we'll come here, some of us. The only thing we have that is keeping us behind this microphone is our reputation, is our personality, the morality of our voice. The morality of our voice, the integrity of our voice. That's also we have to jealously protect it. Let me read for you. Republic. Let's read together. Let's read together. You see, this is it. Republic of Liberia Executive Protection Service. Executive Protection Service. I'm going to post a letter on Facebook anyway, so don't worry about that. Executive Mansion. Reference Human Resource Session 005 2025 EPS Executive Mansion Republic of Liberia. Action. Stand down order. Let me zoom the stand down order so you can see. Okay. I hope you guys can see it. You see it? Stand down order. Look at the red. Look in here. The red. The red here is the stand down order. Those of you watching, you see it? Stand down order. You're watching, you see it? You see it? Stand down order. Say reference. See the reference? You see the action? Action. So you got action. You see it? Stand down order, right? Y'all see? Y'all watching? Stand down order. Stand down order. Name. Charles J. Johnson. Marital status. You can put everything in the main stand down order. Marital status. Married. Employment date. October 1, 2003. This man has been employed with the EPS since 2003. Employment ID number EPS 000. Date October 21, 2025. When did we break the news that the EPS director and his deputy were fighting? It was yesterday, right? The 21st, right? When is this letter dated? October 21, 2025. And I told you it was a breaking news, right? In the night to around 10 o'clock, it was a breaking news. So this letter is dated the 21st of October, yesterday, 2025. Anything we don't have, the first thing we have to trust our source or sources. Once we're done, we can't go public with any information. So we pass that. Last position, acting assistant director. It means it's the main last position, meaning he's already dismissed. He's already dismissed. Reasons. Listen to the reasons. Listen to the reasons. By directive of the director, you are hereby ordered to immediately stand down as acting assistant director. With immediate effect, you are also ordered to turn over all government properties. All government properties issued to you. The assigned vehicle marked EPS 51. What did I say yesterday to you? I repeat, the assigned vehicle marked EPS 51 must be turned over to the fleet supervisor without delay. Must be turned over to the fleet supervisor without delay, as well as weapons issued to you must be grounded swiftly at the armory, and your identification card carrying assistant director be handed over to the HR section. When they say your weapon must be grounded, it means they're telling you to turn your weapon or your weapons over. They're telling you to turn that they are disarming you. Right? When they say your weapon should be grounded, it means they are disarming you. Furthermore, you are instructed to report to the HR, to the human resource section daily to sign in and sign out until your reassignment to another position is determined by the director. Meanwhile, the president will nominate a candidate to the position of assistant director pending Senate confirmation. Meanwhile, the president will nominate a candidate to the position of assistant director pending Senate confirmation. Please note that you were temporarily placed in this acting position by the director. Thank you for serving in this position. By directive, Patrick B. Morba, Head, Human Resource Section, Address of the Employee, Charles J. Johnson, Special Agent, Monrovia, Liberia. Then they served 150. They served 50. They served 51. The Unit 51. They served divisional chiefs and finance section, and they have it on fire. Folks, this is the communication. As you can see, this is the communication. This is the communication written by the police, the deputy EPS boss. You see? Now, someone is asking, Austin, where do you guys get all this information from? We have sources. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We have sources. So yes. I'm trying to post this letter on my Facebook page. And like we said, okay. So, folks, here's what really happening in the EPS. The letter I just read is just a summary of what is actually happening. Since last month, we have been receiving complaints from EPS folks, and trust me, at 9 o'clock, we are going to open it, or 9:15, we will open the telephone lines. Since last month, in July, in fact, so the July 26th celebration, the August 24th celebration, there were complaints from the EPS folks. Some agents have been calling us, sending us messages, complaining that the EPS have been eating their money, the leadership have been eating their money, the operational money. Doing national programs, they get money for operation. Maybe for July 26th, their monies were eating. August 24th, the flag day, their monies were eating. And then doing the presidents, some of the president trips all of town, they will give them sometimes $70, $75, sometimes $100. And they will eat the servicemen money, the agents' money. But we've been building up this case to lay our hands on facts, or to just connect our ears within the EPS with the facts or the reality. Because once we hear high-profile individuals within the EPS having these conversations, it gives us substantive clues to proceed with discussion, which we're doing. And so we've been investigating and all of that. We were able to establish off record from EPS officers that yes, it is true that servicemen or agents were never receiving their fair share or portion of the operational monies. Same case with some police officers who come to us every day to complain that they have not received operation monies since 2024. Other folks in the police say no, but the government are not release operation money. Maybe that's why they have not received operation money. And so the EPS folks have been going back and forth. We were even told that on many occasions there were physical fight between agents loyal to the EPS director versus agent loyal to his deputy, Charles Johnson. There are many occasions where agents assigned to Charles Johnson were disarmed on the instruction of the deputy of the EPS director. We're told that on some occasions there were agents loyal to the director of the EPS who were also disarmed by agents loyal to the deputy EPS boss. And these things have been going back and forth, disarming agents when you're not satisfied, agents going at local hair, advancing their guns at each other. And all these things have been happening within the EPS, but we did not want to have these conversations because we wanted evidence. We wanted a strong clue that will lead us into, convince us into having these conversations. Folks, maybe some of you do not know what the EPS should be doing in our country, especially for the president. The Executive Protection Service is Liberia's foremost elite force. The EPS is responsible to provide protection for the president. It is the EPS that provide protection, physical protection for the president, covert and overt protection for the president, or covert and overt security for the president. Covert is undercover in disguise, secret service. Okay, in the US they call it secret service. So the EPS provides overt and covert operation. Security for the president, the vice president, the speaker, pro tem, chief justice, members of the legislature, and other VIPs and VVIPs. So the EPS is not an ordinary security force. When the EPS is compromised internally, when the EPS leadership or management cannot hold, when officers or agents within the EPS are openly taking sides with two different management, obviously we don't need to tell you that the president's security is compromised. Because the time they were good, the president's detail and all of VIP details of all of VIPs were assigned or compromised. So same case, the president get 22 million detail. We're sending of the 22, we recommend 8 persons. So obviously, the deputy has people in the detail of the president who are loyal or who are loyal to him. So once the institutional independence is compromised, institutional loyalty is broken, obviously it's going to affect or spill over to the president and all of the VIPs. That's why I take this matter so seriously. But we talk the political side. So the EPS is responsible to ensure that the president is safe, is protected, and all of that. The mountain control their intelligence networks to know what people thinking, what are people thinking about the president, including government officials, what they're thinking about the president, and all of VIPs. That's why the EPS can stop setting. The EPS has the authority to stop certain government officials from seeing the president. The EPS has the authority to instruct protocol to deny lawmakers from seeing the president, from meeting the president. The EPS has the authority to instruct the protocol people to deny even minister or head of entity to stop not to see the president. The EPS has that authority. Once the EPS sees you as a threat, either you pose huge threat to the president, the safety of the president, or administrative threat to the safety or the governance of the administration of the president, they can deny you. That's how government officials say somewhere. They talk loosely. You don't know who is around. You may have covert officers or agents around. Listen to you, your views about the president's leadership. When you go tomorrow to executive mansion to see the president, EPS tells protocol say, you don't allow that man to see the president. That's some of the reason. So when they don't say he will stone the convoy of the president, and the EPS and the man pose a threat to the presidency, and he should be seen nowhere around the presidency. That's why they had issue. That was the reason. And he didn't just say they don't. He said he instructed his followers and members of the Unity Party to stone the convoy of the president. So the EPS is an elite group. To see it being compromised, to see it into internal wrangling is risky. And I am not calling on Joe Barker to dismiss or suspend anybody at the EPS. If Joe Barker in his sound mind is satisfied, is complacent, is okay, is fine, is reticent with the current form and manner in which the EPS is divided, good for him. Let him keep the two of them there. I am not going to tell him. I am not going to be the one to tell him, oh, Mr. Barker, Mr. President, dismiss the EPS boss, suspend the deputy, or dismiss the deputy and suspend the director. I am not going to put myself in that position to tell the president what to do. I know that the president is supposed to be sound enough to know when something or an action poses a threat to his safety. I'm aware that there is a National Security Council headed by the Minister of Justice. If the Minister of Justice in his wisdom thinks that at this point where the EPS is divided to the extent that he's telling somebody to stand down, disarming somebody and telling him to stand over everything to HR, good for them. Don't convene the meeting. Let's allow this to flow in the manner it is flowing. And see who becomes the biggest victim in all of this. Obviously, Joe Burger will become the biggest victim. It's obvious. If your internal security is compromised, Joe Burger becomes the biggest victim. But it's good that folks are telling me now that the president has given some instruction to the... it's good that I'm getting report that the president has given instruction to his people. Yes, so whatever they do with that instruction, if they want to take the instruction, that's their business. If they do not want to take the instruction, that's their business. Yes, I remember yesterday we told you we're going to talk about the report on LEC. Obviously. Okay, no problem. So yeah, so that's what you need to know. Senior LNP officers being assigned to business people by IG Greg Coleman as bodyguard with firearms, and he is receiving special payments from the business people. David Williams, welcome to the show from Colorado. Phoenicia's Junior Bar, Fidesco Sonkari, welcome to the show, all of you. Christopher Siaka, Mohammed CDB, Peter Jasper, welcome all of you. Welcome. So yes. So this is the crisis, and I'm being told that the Minister of Justice. Okay. But our message is resonating, that I can say. And those guys can pretend like they don't listen to the show. But at night, all of them can be tuned to this show. All of them can be tuned. The Minister of Justice has complained me to some church leaders on multiple occasions. And they have reached out to me. And so I know they can listen. They can be pretending like they don't listen. They can listen when he's driving home, going to work. He can be listening. When I talk something in there, he can say, yeah, that thing is so we talking. Hey, you know. But we want to talk these things if you're doing them sincerely. So they're listening to the show and they are taking action and they are on the phones back and forth. Let them be on the phone. Imagine when we say now controlling the whole information machinery. The internal information infrastructure. We are deeply rooted in it. That even if the Justice Minister will take phone call within 5. So yes, they are on the phone now. They are on their phones back and forth, trying to see what they can do. I'm told that the president is angry. I really want to see Joe Burger angry. You don't make that probably angry too much. You don't know that battery in the man. You know, Mr. President, yes, you have a reason to be angry because your life matters. So I'm told that the president is angry. The president has communicated with some key officials whose names I will not mention now besides the Minister of Justice, and that they are going to do the needful. So I rest my case only 1 year. I rest my case. The people say, oh, we're going to listen to that man. Yeah. Say yesterday they brought been talking anything, but some of you say it was lie. How come the communication is out and he's reading the communication on the radio? It means you guys have not been informing the president about some issues in the country. So it has to take a deputy minister in the office of the president to listen to the show tonight and listen to me reading this communication to communicate with other external or superior sources within the executive mansion. Where is the national security advisor, Kofi Woods? That these things are happening within the EPS, and people within the executive mansion are either claiming not to have been in the know until listening to me on the show last night and listening to me reading the communication tonight. So what is happening? I mean, folks are intentionally destroying this country. That's what I told you the other day. Joe Biden should be giving us certificates every week. Because it is because of us that he is taking some few actions and not following up them. It is because of this platform called Freedom FM that Joe Biden is taking some actions. Because we pressure him, he can go suspend somebody. We pressure him, he can declare his assets. We pressure him again. he has to dismiss some people. Things are good. We still pressuring him on the incident in Lofa, which we are going to talk about shortly. But the guys in government are destroying this country. Today we're in a conversation with some friends from one or two European countries at a strategic meeting, and there were some sensitive conversations that were being held. And it makes us to believe that the folks are following. It makes us to believe that the folks are following. They will go publicly and pretend like they're not following. The international partners are aware that there has been no real change in this country. That I can say tonight. And I will tell you some things that they are angry over, including the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code. Let's take a break and come back. This entire thing about the War and Economic Crimes Code, the manner in which the president and his officials are running the country, stealing, siphoning monies and all of that. The issue about corruption and the building and acquiring of private properties in the names of individuals and family members. The West, the diplomatic partners here are aware of these things. Jeremiah Kune acquiring properties in studio names. We know all these things. And I don't need the Americans to come to me and tell me, say, we are angry. Because we have our own network. We know that you are angry. And that's why I was getting angry with you last night. Why you are angry and you're still issuing these people visa? There's a new song. How many of you remember the guy they call Sam Ajivon? Before I run into this whole war crimes code thing and the Braga people building and acquiring homes, Jeremiah Kune using their beginning to acquire homes in their names. Before we go into this conversation, I want to play you a song from that Sam Ajivon just sung. He just released a song. Don't think the guys are going to acquire properties in their names. No, they are not. The guys are buying properties in the names of their brothers and sisters, and they are beginning that they trust. That's what they're doing. They're not owning properties in their names. This one is cooking, it's developing. But you need to know, the guys are in rush to rescue themselves. They don't care about you. They are not concerned about you. They will never be concerned about you. To you, for them, you are useless. For them, you are useless. The Unity Party folks, the younger folks are complaining. And I'm like, why they don't go to the UP folks to complain? They come to us to complain. The other man said you wrote a letter to LPRC ever since. They tell him, bring a letter, bring CV. They did the first vetting. They didn't hire him. They did the second vetting. They didn't hire him. He said he saw so friends from the youth and student community. Soup, lean soup, flour. The beginning said that so then they carry them to LPRC. We who fought for the party, who fought with the party. We didn't get anything. He's complaining. He said, we are suffering. Louis Brown said the tired suffering on the Baka. On we are. Louis Brown not tired suffering now. The men's stomach is overgrowing again. And the ambassador now. It is Unity partisans that are complaining now that they are suffering. That is why I said I don't want to talk too much tonight. I want to allot 30 minutes to all of you to call in tonight. You will hear Unity partisans calling in. Mothers, fathers, children, young cadres, those who found themselves in the circle doing how you call it, security guard or a main guard, so on a guard thing for Joe Biden. Girls guard. Where are they today? All those, the Mujahideens of the Unity Party who were insulting some of us. When the very things that are happening now as we speak were the things that we were predicting. Let me tell you a story about Joe Blocker, so you know that I know the paper that all the things we were saying during the campaign were not lying. Sam Ajivon just released a new song called "We Suffering." I want to play an essay for you to listen. Listen to him. Listen to him.
We never see this one before. I see the people are hungry, that's why they angry. I see people are hungry, that's why they complaining. The children up and down the streets, empty bowls and tired feet. The system blind, but we must speak. The fuckers dying on golden meat. What's the promise you promise us? You don't care, you just spreading lies. They lie, lie, lie. They all are suffer, we suffer. We never see this one before.
What suffer? We not see the one before.
They lie, lie, lie. They all are suffer, we suffer.
They lie. All the suffer we suffer before. We never see the one before.
They lie.
Same argument way in America telling you all the suffer will not suffer. We never see the one before. They all are suffering on the Baka. We not see it before.
I see the people are hurting. That's why they're frustrating. I see the people crying in pain. They talk and talk, but nothing changed.
The people crying. He says he see the people crying. We talk and talk, but nothing changed. Nothing has changed.
Let's suffer, we suffer. We never see this one before. God, let's suffer, we suffer. We never see this one before. Suffer, suffer. Suffer, suffer. We never see this one before. Suffer, suffer. We never see this one before. There is cotton in the land. Can't you hear the cry of a man? Can't you hear the children cry? Can you have someone tonight? They lie, lie, lie. They add us up and suffer. We never see them one before. Suffer, suffer. They lie, they add us suffer. We suffer. We never see this one before. Suffer, suffer. Suffer, we suffer, we never see this one before. Suffer, suffer.
Okay, thank you. You see, the Senate should not be confirming Steve Kwa. Sam Steve Kwa. The Senate should not be confirming him. Have you all been able to see the pictures of the presidential palace that is being constructed in Lofa? That is a huge project. And I'd like us to spend the next 10-15 minutes having a conversation about this. I know the acting Minister of State appeared for his confirmation hearing. And he was quizzed about news that a presidential palace is being built in Lofa. I'm struggling to download the video, but at least I will read his quotation, because I was able to transcribe some of the audio into text. Samuel Stikwa is currently the acting Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Not just that, Steve Kwa has been in the executive mansion for close to 2 years now as Deputy Minister for Special Services. So he's not strange to the executive mansion's operations. He's privy to sensitive discussions, information, and meetings. He listens to radio, he reads newspapers. He's aware before his nomination. He's aware. Prior to, he was aware. He became aware after his nomination as Minister of State. He knows that there is a conversation ongoing about a project, a ministerial, a presidential palace in Lofa. Prior to going for his confirmation hearing on Tuesday, he was also aware that this conversation about presidential palace being constructed is in the public. Listen to what OKFM is reporting. Not me. Let me open the screen for you. This is what OKFM reported, not me. Those of you far away, you see, is that OKFM page here? That's me, oh. You see? What you see? You see? Okay. All right. And they posted this 5 hours ago. Acting Minister of State faces Senate scrutiny over alleged presidential villas. Acting Minister of State for Presidential Affairs Samuel Steve Kwa appeared before the Liberian Senate on Tuesday for his confirmation hearing. facing pointed questions about transparency and government projects. Steve Kwa, who was nominated, blah, 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 blah. The senator, former President Grisby, came under intense scrutiny from Montserrat County Senator Darius DeLong. The senator pressed him on reports concerning purported presidential villa being constructed in Lofa County. When asked directly, Steve Kwa stated that he was not aware of any such project. Under oath, he said he told the committee that he is not aware of any presidential villa project. Dillon then requested that, if confirmed, the nominee commit to verifying and providing the Senate with accurate information on the matter. Steve Kwa agreed, pledging to cooperate fully with the lawmakers once officially confirmed. CP. The Senate is doing CP. You see, then we'll talk, the people say, oh, my man, y'all can be talking like this, y'all can be doing that, y'all can be doing this. Isn't there enough reason to go after those guys physically or personally? This Steve man was in the president's office have been in the president's office for almost 2 years as deputy minister without portfolio of special services. He's been working behind the scene. He knows a lot. He goes to the Senate and lie, which is not my real issue there. Because I did not expect that you would say, yes, I know about the project. The project is Joseph Boakar's personal project, and it is worth 10 million. No. I don't expect that Steve Kwa will definitely admit to everything that is being reported in the public. What I'm aware of is that he would have said exactly what he said. That he's not aware, and he's going to check, he's going to investigate. If it is established, he will go back to the Senate and inform the Senate that yes, the project is X1. That's a P. That's kind of CP star of transparency and accountability and openness in public service. The only reason why I'm here is for you to confirm me. So the project, I don't know about it. For you confirm me. When I go back, I will check. When I chew, I can't tell you. This is what the Minister of State designated to the Senate. And the Senate sat there and accepted the precondition. And we say we are running government. How? Let me tell you, this project is Boakar's project. The project is Joe Boakar's project. All of our sources in Lofa have confirmed to us that the project is Joe Boakar's project. They've been able to establish the contractor of the project. The contractor of the project, they were able to establish it. So it is Joe Boakar's project. It is Boakar's project. They can no more deny it. It is Boakar's project. So all they are doing now is they're trying to find a means to hide the information. The project belongs to the president. If the Senate truly wants to know who owns the project, they can establish who owns the project. The government was recently telling CDC people why they go break ground for their headquarters without submitting without obtaining a construction permit. Are you telling me that the Ministry of Public Works is still sitting, refusing to do any inquiry in Lofa to establish the ownership of the project. The fact that no government official in the country is aware that there is a project, is aware of that project in Lofa, it means they did not acquire construction permit from the Ministry of Public Works. It means they did not acquire environmental permit from the EPA. Alvin Ross, all of you guys were the ones we never put riches. You guys were the ones causing us about CDC, all about you, my UP friends, I can call their names. Those were the guys causing us about CDC acquiring construction permit and environmental permit and all of the permits for their headquarters project. A project is because once you go to acquire those permits, you will have to submit your plan, your construction plan, the design, the contractor, the value of the project, just everything. And the Ministry of Public Works will review it and forward it to EPA, or you can take your plan to EPA. EPA goes there and carry out their environmental impact assessment to know whether the environment is conducive and there's going to be no hazardous action, in case the project is constructed in our area. Then they grant you your environmental impact assessment permit, and they grant you your construction permit. So EP will know the owner of the project. EP will know the worth, the cost of the project. If the Public Works Ministry awarded a permit to construct that place in Lofa, the Ministry of Public Works should be in the know of the owner of the project and the cost of the project. So if they send it really, if they don't read, actually, Dillon is freaking fake. Dillon is fake. Darius Dillon is fake. And you asking a minister of state to tell you about a project in Lofa. I love the answer that the minister of state Destiny gave them. Confirm me, let me go do my work for the president. If y'all don't know about any construction work in the country, y'all go call your Public Works minister. How dare you ask me about construction work ongoing in the country? Well, you should be asking the Minister of Public Works. How dare you ask me? So that's exactly what Steve Quah was telling the Senate and Dillon. He was diplomatically telling him, what kind of nonsense is this? I come here as the chief of staff in the office of the president. I'm responsible for the administrative running of the office of the president. My scope does not go beyond the executive mansion, the office of the president. What is being constructed in Lofa? I mean, they're not office of president anything. Construction works ongoing. Even if the president is building a structure somewhere, as the minister of state, I'm supposed to talk about it. Y'all go to the presidential press secretary, or y'all go to the minister of public works. Say it has to do with construction. How dare you ask me? So, my man, y'all confirm me. When I go back, I will ask the president when y'all confirm me. Anything you tell me, I'll come back and tell you. That was an appropriate response for him and for him to leave. We are talking construction here. We are talking $10 million US. It is supposed to be government money. A presidential villa being constructed, the Ministry of Finance is supposed to be in the know. What that fake man called Senator Dillon is supposed to be doing now is to be inviting the Minister of Public Works, inviting the Minister of Finance, inviting the Environmental Protection Agency and the Superintendent of the Minister of Internal Affairs, inviting the Superintendent of Lofa County, since you forget about him, since the Minister of Internal Affairs is his immediate boss, or since the project is being constructed directly in Lofa, you invite the Minister of Public, the Superintendent of Lofa and the Minister of Internal Affairs. Call all of them to the Senate. Let them come and tell you who is constructing a project in a whole country that nobody in the whole country knows? Somebody goes to construct a giant size project in Lofa. There is a county superintendent that is presiding over the county, that is the chief administrator of the county, and a construction project is taking place in his county, and he's not in the know. Somebody makes that. Somebody help me, because I can't fathom that. Somebody help me to make that make sense. That is a giant size project is taking place in Lofa. It is valued at least 10 million US dollars. And there is a county superintendent that does not know who owns the project, who is building the project, and the value of the project. So anybody can just move in Monrovia and go to Lofa and just go start digging ground and building. The resident engineer for public works is in Lofa. The county inspector for EPA is in Lofa. The police has a police commander in Lofa. Immigration has a commander in Lofa. Everybody, the joint security team, the Ministry of Justice has a detachment in Lofa. The legislature has a caucus in Lofa. So the caucus, the Lofa County Legislative Caucus, 2 senators and 5 representatives, 7 persons, the caucus. So the caucus does not know, because if the entire country does not know who is building the project in Foya, it means even the lawmakers don't know. Because if the lawmakers are aware that project is being built in a district, at not district number 4. So how come a project is being constructed in an electoral district? There is a lawmaker living strong, healthy, he's not sick, and he too does not know. Kissy Collins, where I think it's Kissy Collins, and he too does not know. He doesn't know the owner of the project when it is being constructed in his district, and they don't want us to listen to that bull rag he was doing. That's on. They're gonna showmanship. The entire country is aware now. They don't know you fake. You have to be real. Try to be real for once. You go and say your colleagues down and act like you are intimidating them, or you are asking tough questions, or you are asking difficult or hard questions, when instead you are filibustering and unnecessarily chest beating for people to believe that they don't that all. You know, it's a way. There are 2 senators in the county. Mo Cyrus is in the county. He's a senator. Senator Jara is in the county. Another senator. The 2 senators are there. And they are all tight-lipped. They don't know who is constructing the project. They don't know the owner of the project. A project that has causing national havoc. A project that is that has sparked national discussion. The caucus is sitting, doing nothing and saying nothing. The superintendent has said nothing. The Minister of Internal Affairs is from Lofa. He has also said nothing. And you want us to believe that Dillon is sincere in his question to Sam Steve Kuya? No, he's not sincere. He was just faking as usual. He was being fake. We're getting some signals from some journalists in Lofa. I think we'll try to talk to them tomorrow if they agreed. Yeah, it's good. And we will not stop until we know the owner of that project. LRA. Where is the LRA? They should be on the list. They should be on the list that the Senate or the House should be calling in for questioning. Because that land, that real property, they're supposed to pay real property tax to the LRA. And once they are paying to start to pay real property tax to the LRA, it means the property must have been valued or evaluated or assessed. That's why LRA get assessors. They go to assess the property, they do the evaluation, and then they bill you. You go, you pay your tax on the property. What are developed property? The right now is not developed, it's developing property. So yeah, you pay only. When you have develop the property, they transition you into different category. You go back. You know, when the project is developed now, they will go back. LRA people will go back. They assess it again. They reevaluate. Then they bill you. You go, you pay. So LRA will know the value of your property. So LRA, Finance Ministry, they put the Minister of Internal Affairs, the Superintendent of LOFA. Where are they? Where are the 7-man caucus? And all of you think, hey, all is okay. We are all. Oh yes. There are smart people in this country, and they don't. You know when you dull and you senseless, like they don't, because they don't know that he is dull, because they don't know that he's an idiot. So he thinks everybody is dull like him, or everybody is an idiot like he is. So he sits down and asks the Minister of State, who goes for confirmation, asking question about public works issue. Question that they don't should be asking the Superintendent of LOFA Accounting. That's why he's asking the Minister of State designate. Question that they don't should be asking the Public Works Minister. Question that they don't should be asking the EPA. Question that they don't should be asking the LRA. Are questions he's posting to SIM because he's aware that, oh yeah, they mean a Minister of State, let me using the issue. They don't say bon show eater. Let me using the issue. So I will ask the question about the presidential visa. Then you go to some journalism. Oh yeah, the Minister of State come here today. Hey, okay, before the hearing, that's what he does. So all the reporters are there. Yeah, the Minister of State come here today. So I'm going to that hearing, even though I'm now on the committee, but I'm going to the hearing because I want to ask questions about the presidential visa. That visa, they say, that is being built. The Minister of State works in the president's office. He should be able to answer these questions. So I'm going there. Boom, he raised the awareness. The media people run Isa. Then he said, you do a 2 TV, 5 minutes, he asked that question. Oh, then everybody run with it. I'm a victim. Most of us are victims of chest beating and showboating and showmanship. Because he did it to also annoy him. I cover Capitol building. I know the men were working all in the lawmaker offices. So I know the man. I mean, personally, he's not a bad guy when it comes to a human relationship, but he has some bad behavior. He lies a lot. He's fake. He's corrupt. You want the best of the deal? Make him to Lagos shop. You will lecture. You want the best of the deal? Call him to appear on radio show. After the show, you will lecture. Talk fun thing. You want the best of him? Call him then. Call him or let him call you before the show, before a radio appearance, to arrange a radio appearance or an interview. That will talk fun. But when you lay on that radio station to talk, that fakery, insincerity, deception, hypocrisy, that's all you get from him. That's why I said all day a boss in the office got vexed. And I was real. I was just being real. Yeah, I know it might have angered him. That's why all of his boss in his office were coming after me. But I was being real with him. 99% of the things they don't say in the public, are directly opposite of who he is or what he thinks. And they got angry. 99% of the things that they don't say in the public are directly opposite of what he thinks beyond the scene in reality. But no, but let's face it, before we take course, let's be real here. All of you watching the show and all of you listening, let's be real before we take course. Let's be real. Darius Dallon is a senator. There is not. International partners have raised concern. Transparency groups in the country are also raising concerns. We are not the only people raising concerns. And these concerns are legitimate concerns because a property is being constructed in Lofa County, one of our counties in the country. The property does not have owner. Nobody can come publicly to claim the property. But the buildings are going up. Then they have, including my good friend Greg Como, has to also be called by the legislature because we are told that they have security officers providing security for the facility. Probably Greg Como is not in the know, or is he in the know? If he's in the know, he should know who called him to ask him to provide security for the facility. So now with all of these options available, you leave all these people and run to the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs to ask him about construction in Lofa. Hey man, you can't be this fake and dull. Fake people are supposed to be smart. They are supposed to write smart things and say smart things. You can't be fake, you be dull. Fakeness or fakery is not for dull people. They are not friends. Fakeness and smartness should be friends. But fakeness and dullness can be friends. They have never been friends. Fake men, dull men can be fake. To fake things or fake people, that smart people can do that thing. But listen to the question they're not asking and listen to the person they're not asking the question. And compare it to the options I'm giving the entire Senate or the entire legislature. If the legislature, including Dino, truly wants to know the owner of that property, the value, everything, any information the legislature wants to know about that property, there are constitutionally established authorities. There are statutory authorities established by the very legislature that gives the legislature, or that the legislature has oversight authority over the Minister of Public Works, the Liberia National Police, the LRA, the EPA, even the county authorities, the Superintendent of Lofa, the LRA. Them. This is a real option. This is a sincere option that the legislature, if she truly wants to know the owner or anything about that property, these are the institutions that the legislature is supposed to be calling to ask these questions. Public Works, are you aware of any building being constructed? Are you aware of this feeder or these structures being constructed in Lofa? Let the Minister of Public Works tell you no or yes. If no, then can you place a stop order on the construction? It means you are not in the know. If yes, then why have you not spoken when the entire country is talking about presidential villa and you are quiet? You are not saying anything. Did you award them construction permit? Yes. Can we see it? Show. Can we see it? No. If no, why? If he did not award a construction permit, why did you not award construction permit? These are questions that the Minister of Public Works should be asking. If I were seated in that legislature, I will ask him, ask the plenary to invite him, and these are the questions that the Minister of Public Works will be answering, because the public wants to know. Even folks in the Unity Party want to know who owns that project. Interestingly, the Ministry of Information that speaks for the government, it is being speculated that the project is owned by the head of state, the Ministry of Information has provided conflicting information. At one point, the Deputy Minister, Daniel Santos, says he does not know, but he is told that the project is owned by the Mano River Union. At another point, the government outright denied, the presidential press secretary denies clearly that there is no presidential villa being built in Lofa. The president does not own the project. So all these people are available to go and answer to the legislature. Call them together. Call Mika people. Call presidential press secretary. Call all of them. One speaks for the government. One speaks for the president directly. So questions about the president's initiatives, the president's programs, the president's projects, and all of that, Kula should be able to answer these questions. Call Kula to answer. If the Senate is not being, if the Senate or they don't, if they're not being political and they're being real or being realistic with the people or in their advocacy or in the exercise of their oversight, then these are the individuals that the legislature is supposed to be calling. And these are some of the questions that these individuals are supposed to be answering. You can't be asking the Minister of State designate to answer these questions when he's not clothed with the authority to respond or speak to these issues. One is that he's deputy minister without portfolio. He only works at the instruction of the president. As a deputy minister without portfolio for special services, he works on, he does things at the instruction or request of the president. So that was the wrong person Dillon was asking. I think he did that. I will give Dillon this credit. Dillon did not ask Kuya out of ignorance. Dillon was asking Kuya out of deception. He was being deceptive, but he was thorough in it because he knows that certain deception or deceptive behavior or actions will be speedily detected and neutralized, destroyed by some of us who are still around. So that's why I say he was thorough in his deception. In the other deception, Dillon was thorough. He acted thorough. He was not smart. So let's see what the legislature will do on tomorrow. Let's see what there are communications that we expect to learn on the floors tomorrow in the Senate and in the House. Let's see what the communications will include. If they don't, my own lawmaker, DJ Blue Bernard Benson, I'm going to write him or call him, asking him to invite, because we, the citizens of District 17, we want to know who owns the project in Lofa. And as part of his oversight, we want him to invite the Ministry of Information, the Superintendent of Lofa, the Minister of Public Works, the head of the LRA, or any representative, the EPA. If I call Blue, I tell him, I'll give him a week. Because tomorrow, Thursday, I'll give him next week. When you do anything, I will text you again. You do anything, I will write him for Monday again. So I will take, these are the 3 steps I will take with my lawmaker. I will call him and ask him to kind of do a communication on the floor of the House, requesting the appearance of the Minister of Public Works, the LRA, the Environmental Protection Agency, the Superintendent of Mazzarado County, the Superintendent of Lofa, the Minister of Internal Affairs, the Liberia National Police, because we are told, this one I have to confirm, we are told that the building is being secured by state security armament. And that's what will be including the police to come. I will call him to make that request tomorrow. If he does not do it, I will text him. I will write him through a text. If he does not do it, I will write him for Monday and send it to him. If he does not take any action, I will publish a communication for history. That's why we have direct representatives. As a constituent of District 17, these are my concerns about the project. But I do not have direct access in the House. The only person who has direct access in the House is DJ Blue, and that's why he is my direct representative. So issues on my mind, concerns on my mind, are supposed to be communicated to the House or the legislature through my direct representative. So these are the issues on my mind. I'm interested in the project in Lofa. I want to know who owns the project. I want to know the cost of the project. I want to know whether Public Works authorized the construction of that project. I want to know whether EPA authorized the environment, approved the environment for the construction of that project. I want to know whether the police authorized her ERU and PSU officers to provide security for that facility. I also want to know what the project is. I want to know, I want the Ministry of Finance to tell us who is financing the project, whether it is in the know of the project, and where is the finance coming from for the project. Even the owner of the contractor, I want the contractor to tell me who contracted him or her to build that place. If you are listening to the show and you are interested in this thing, in this communication, maybe co-signing this communication from District 17, you can reach out to me through any form. We are going to do that communication. All of us sign with our numbers to petition our lawmaker or to request our lawmaker to make these inquiry, to invite firstly all these ministries and agencies and entities I mentioned to go and provide adequate information to the House on the construction of the project in Lofa. That is our project for tomorrow, and that's how I'm going to conclude the week tomorrow. The message I will send my lawmaker when I call him tomorrow, I will call tomorrow and send text. I'll come here tomorrow. I will tell you, I will read for you the communication I sent to DJ Blue, and I'll give him the period next week. Expect that he will communicate our views, our concerns to his colleagues in the House. Article 17 gives us this authority. In this case, we don't want to assemble. We don't want to assemble. We just want to know through our lawmaker. Thank you very much for tonight. Let's go to the telephone lines and pick calls. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Jennings, Vani Mabani, Mohammed, Jerry Sinta, Tukpa, all of you, welcome, Mohammed Kamal, welcome. Welcome to the show. You see, Mohammed, the problem I get with you, you come on the show, you can't call whole political party in the manner you're calling it. But you are listening to the show, you are watching the show and all. You can disagree. You can disagree. You don't have to insult. You don't have to insult Mohammed. I consider the world, you just come on the show and call criminal party CDC. Hey, you don't do that. That's not saying that, but I will spare you to now. Consider this a warning to you. So I will not block you. Because you're a criminal player, but I've used criminals, so I'll not consider it too much. Yeah, this is your first strike, and it's your first warning. But don't try it again. This shows everybody. And I don't expect that you will come here to start. The whole group of people you put in one category and insult them. Do you know how many citizens on there watching and they ignore you? You see them responding to you? No. They will not respond to you because they are here for a reason. But we have to upgrade for once. You can come on a public platform and start insulting people. Hey, you know. So those of you who telling me that the Minister of Justice, blah blah blah, yeah, we have an obligation to the people. The Minister of Justice is doing his work. I'm doing my work. You're leaving with this Minister of Justice, man, baby. He take telephone, he call the friend around, to call them to meet tomorrow. That's their work. He's doing his work. He's the head of the Joint Security, the National Security Council. He's doing his work. Any information I get, but when you put any guests, I will talk you. Now, I don't know where to talk, to report. Oh, you're in the public. Let me frank now. UP people and CDC people. News does not, people do not give news because they want to favor one person. No. We give news because we want you to know. So CDC people and UP people, when the Minister of Justice pregnant won't get, that not news you will want hear. That news you will obviously want to hear. That when the Minister of Justice marrying a pregnant one 16-year-old girl. That news you will want to hear. Oh, that was not called in Riverside across in Riverside Villa to Simple Bridge with one girl of 4. She had 2 feet on the dashboard while he did not driving in and there after 8 o'clock. Ain't that news you won't hear? That news that you won't hear. I say things. I example. I say did not driving with one girl in the car with 2 feet up on the dashboard. That just something I'm talking you. But so that news you won't hear. Even UP people don't want to hear the news. CDC people won't hear the news. So news does not favor. News is not reported, to favor one side. It's intended for you to know. Yeah. So you tell my man they don't gotta come down. They don't have to come down. They don't gotta know that plenty people are around. Plenty of smart people stay around. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers to call and be part of the show tonight. The WhatsApp number is active on +231 886 500 104. Let's talk tonight. We can talk up to 10 o'clock. We have enough time to talk before we go home. And so that pick us on these numbers 0776 104 104. 0886 500 104. First caller, let's hear you. Hello. The person ready, you. You're not ready. So let's take off from here. Which sound? Which one first? Okay, this one.
Yeah.
Hello, let's hear you.
Yeah. My name is Christian Sever. And I'm going for my contract from English State. Like we've been telling the people, actually, the government, we told them, came to purposely rescue themselves. They don't came to rescue the people of Nigeria. Recently, we can see some of the mistakes, some of the political wish hunt. Going after people arbitrarily, all because the people are not supporting you. You can see this thing. For Liberians are supporting it. You say you will not feel someone you say you will keep the narrative. Have all of the solution papers go. You project yourself. You come there now, and it is even worse. The hardship is unbearable for Liberians.
Thank you. Hardship is unbearable for Liberians. So I just received the confirmation again. Yeah, so the police, like I said, I needed to verify whether it is the police that are providing security for the project in Lofa. And this news from Lofa is telling me that no, it is the EPS agents that are providing security for the project. And my soul said, I have seen them in their jacket, their blue jackets with EPS marked on the arm, securing the project. So EPS should be securing projects for VIPs. For VIPs. Yeah. We are still being seen again, deputy war. Way. Small. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, hello.
Let's hear you, my brother.
Okay, my name is Hassan Payne and I'm joining you from Power College. Big brother, thank you in studio. You have said it all. You know the problem of human being. You are already telling me that they are already fake people now. They don't need they don't cook in the society now. So I think that they don't want to go away. 2029 will go along with our own entire thing.
The man say you're not contesting already, so.
Is it what?
The man say you're not contesting again, so.
Yeah, and I want to cause in trouble first, so let it cause our trouble and then leave our country. To our on behalf all the information concerning our project, in Luba, we need all the information about that project. We need to know about it. Because I don't know what's going on. We're going to go to the for us, it's so unfortunate. Look at the situation is in our country. Every day, things just dying. Yeah, things are dying in our country. Somebody will experience with us.
Thank you. Hello, let's hear you.
Hello.
You are live. Go ahead.
Africa, how are you?
God is good to me. I'm alive. I'm strong. I'm happy.
Okay. Well, keep on the point.
By
You
God's
see,
grace.
everyone doesn't say big darling. I'm looking at Broad Street. People represented Abu Kamara House.
Okay.
You see, let me say this. What in a project in local that they are having?
Because it's owned by Joe Braga and they don't want us to know.
Yeah. These are the people that saw the kids to rescue. To carry on the project. This project, why you can't make it careful? Just to know. What is anything that you having? Okay? You people killing us, you know, rescue us. Your government thinks that they will be 2 years to carry on project. And you lying here and there. You don't want for us to know. They promise you more payment for your job. There will be job available. Now look at today. The all employment is all increase. No job.
Thank you, my brother. Unemployment is on the increase, no job. Next person, go ahead.
Yeah, I do, sir.
We are good by God's grace. Let's hear you.
Thank God. Mr. Kawa,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much for your program. For me, I'm guilty though. Living in VOA, there are. But the thing you're saying, what you're telling us, a good one, we tell the people here too. They were represented, they are able to build a place. Now today, they build their own place. The Internal Affairs Minister went to my place. His son lived in my house. Confine Delio. Minister. So, he friend that he live here for no network. So it's sufficient.
Where you say you calling from?
From VOA, the Rafi Highway.
Okay, I was just about to ask which one of the VOA because they got two VOA.
Yeah, the one I say now the Rafi Highway.
Okay.
West Africa, Numale, yeah?
Okay.
Mr. Numale. In a place there, all the motorbike government have a parking there, but he kill all of them out. Only people are living now, they struggle on their own.
Wow.
Number one, though.
Number one, though, thank you for that information. Oh, yeah. The thing about these things is that the ministers and officials live right in the communities with the people. Let's hear you, my dear friend.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Good evening to you.
How are you? Let's hear you, bro.
Yeah, thank you. So, this is Hussein Keo. I call from Chicostan District 2. I listen to the different talking points and the different analysis. So we are on all the obligations to be agreed and disagree on the different talking points. So I've listened to you, Austin. But let me say this to you, dear brother. The government is a listening government. This is why many a time when you come on the radio, some of us follow. The recommendations, if you be honest and fair enough, some of the recommendations from King's FM, Freedom FM, and other critics of the government, President Braga have heard some of these recommendations. He's a listening president. So it's not like the president will not listen to your recommendations and critique. But when people will not be so objective, people will not be so honest in our spirit, man, to realize of the progress the devil got problem.
Musin. Yeah, Musin. You did you see the Mabuaga picture? The birthday party picture?
Okay. But in all fairness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get so much job and respect for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I've put in the show. But not like I'm like
Answer the question, my man. Did you see the Mabuaga's picture? His birthday picture with Julie? The man won't answer that question. Oh, folks, my man, I saw a text on Togo Community UP, man. I saw a text. I'm not going to read it. Don't worry. The man sent me telling he said, don't read it. Don't come on me. Don't worry. I'm going. Me, I know UP men angry, especially the youth Congress. Let's hear you. You are the last caller, maybe the second to the last. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pastor. Yeah, speaking of civil quiet from this 7 day.
Okay, Sekou.
You know, it's very it's hypocritical. But the main questions have to do with citizens of law because within the horse. The question about the horse, the $10 million project in the local is not even coming from the law. But the two senators from local is Mosawa and Dalo, Councilor Jara. For Councilor Jara and Mosawa, they are 1 year damning women for a guy. So they are now starting sponsor of these things. It is very critical. It is important for them to tell us, we Europeans, about the project that is in our country. You have the project in a country without the knowledge of we the citizens of the country. They have been very much genius to us, and they have to come to the public to explain to us what are the problems for asking the critical questions concerning that project.
Thank you so much. Oh, Granny, you left the line. I need to take you, but we'll take somebody else from here. Good evening to you. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening to Freedom FM.
The name remains functional as Kamau tonight. I just want to say to the Nigerian people, never be led, never be discouraged. Let's just take our small cross. President Bokan in return has every year net. In 2017, President Bokan told the Nigerian people his mother was a NFPR. Are you kidding me? NFPR of this country has to protest, and where in this budget allocated $2 million is able a group of significant in this country, and that gets passed through the office of the president.
Yeah, thank you. We have those brown people on the line tomorrow, on the show tomorrow. So all the brown people that Baga people were beating today, they were feeding. We have them on the line tomorrow on the show. So tomorrow is dedicated to the disabled community. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother. How you doing?
God is good to us. How are you?
I'm Abraham Zawiya. Calling from a program corner of Clay Street.
Okay, go ahead, my man. You own hard talk.
Yeah, so while we're talking about Nigeria problem now, I think we have to come together as a Nigerian now making to be easy for ourselves. You know, concerning about what all we see, and we're not putting together, bring the country together. I want to be beneficial for us.
Yeah, the president will take charge. If the president does not take charge, we will chastise him. Case closed. He said he wanted to preserve over the country. We give it to him. He managed it with chastising. Hello, let's hear you.
Yeah, I do. Austin.
Your call. You want to go home?
Okay. Thank you for my call. This is my assistant. Thank you, the last caller. So we enjoy the show. No, who said care will not answer no question. You will just smile, leave the land. You ask a question, indulging it, in laughing, leaving the land. No. Who say care will love the development? Austin. We love the development because we are opening our eyes to development. So we love it.
Mm-hmm.
But to see a government being a place or do live back local country and not get accountability. That's the point we're driving at. They were talking about what is for us.
Yeah, and that only love out. The guy another one interpreter like in the area competition.
Why they having this for us? We have development good thing if you steal and stay for your ass and you dribble the people. Why am I having for the people? You start local. People have been local in the barricade workplace with police that mind that. You your eyeball, they will fire your eyeball. Because they will go to the bottom of bossy. What you hiding from us? Is it the good thing? Your mother say your mom was a black, or whole people woman. Talk about you. And you were in the process begging all out, all everywhere you're begging. People will give you head out. People were sending you money from the diaspora. For God's sake, you saw black folk protesting. Oh no, we are really happy. We people were suffering, but oh no, we are really happy. Austin. To see black folk protest police to go and put on license. He did the right thing. He did go forgive you, Mr. Walker. He's going to say a Tico, like a fake Tico, a fake president. What is doing now?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Man to man is so unjust. Man to man.